So you've finally started to feel like yourself again. The storm of the breakup has passed. You're not checking your phone every 5 seconds. You're hitting the gym, seeing friends, and maybe even thinking about dating again. Life is looking up, then out of nowhere, buzz. It's a text from your ex, just a simple hey, how are you? Or maybe thinking of you. Your heart sinks, your mind races, and just like that, you're pulled right back into the emotional chaos. What just happened? You've stepped into a psychological minefield that I call the epiphany phase of a breakup. This is a critical and often dangerous stage in your recovery. It's that moment when your ex, after a period of silence, suddenly reappears, seemingly having had a great realization or epiphany about you and the relationship. And it's incredibly effective at getting you hooked all over again. Why does this happen? Let's break it down from her perspective. When a woman initiates a breakup, she's usually been thinking about it for a while. She's emotionally prepared. In the beginning, she feels a sense of relief and freedom. This is her rebound period. She's enjoying her newfound independence, going out with friends, and soaking up the single life. Meanwhile, you're at rock bottom, going through the worst of the pain. But here's the twist. After a few weeks or months, that initial excitement wears off. The novelty of being single fades. She starts to notice the downsides, the loneliness, the lack of a familiar partner, the reality that the grass isn't always greener. She might try dating, but realizes that building a new connection from scratch is hard. This is when her perception starts to shift. Her mind begins to selectively filter memories. It conveniently forgets the fights, the annoyances, the reasons she wanted to leave. Instead, it magnifies all the good times, the laughter, the inside jokes, the comfortable intimacy you shared. She starts to romanticize the past and second-guess her decision. She thinks, was it really that bad? Did I make a huge mistake? This nostalgic-driven doubt is the core of the epiphany phase. It's often not a genuine desire to fix the fundamental problems of the relationship. Instead, it's an emotional reaction driven by loneliness, fear, and a romanticized memory, and that's when she sends the text. She's not necessarily looking to get back together, she's looking for validation. She wants to see if you're still there, if she still has a hold on you. Your response is a test, so how do you handle this without derailing your own recovery? It's tough because your first instinct is probably to jump at the chance. You think this is it, she finally realizes what she lost. But reacting emotionally is the biggest mistake you can make. First, take a deep breath and do nothing. Don't reply immediately. Give yourself space to let the initial emotional tidal wave pass. This isn't about playing games. It's about reclaiming your power and responding from a place of logic, not desperation. When you do decide to respond, your goal is to be calm, polite, and slightly detached. A simple, friendly, but not overly enthusiastic response is key. Something like, hey, I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well too, that's it. No asking a million questions, no pouring your heart out, no suggesting you meet up. Why does this work? It communicates a few powerful things. It shows that you're polite and have moved on from any anger or bitterness. It shows that you're happy and your life is proceeding without her, which subtly challenges her expectation that you'd be waiting by the phone. And most importantly, it doesn't give her the emotional validation she's seeking. You're not feeding her ego, you're being a high-value man who is in control of his own life and emotions. This puts the ball back in her court. If she's genuinely serious about reconciliation, she will have to put in more effort. She have to be more direct and explain what's on her mind. This forces her to move beyond vague, low-investment text and actually confront her feelings and intentions. If she continues with small talk, just maintain that friendly but distant frame. If she asks to meet up, don't just say yes immediately. You can say something like, I've got a pretty busy week, but I might have some time next week. What did you want to chat about? This shows your time is valuable and puts the onus on her to state her purpose. The ultimate goal here isn't to get your ex back through manipulation. The goal is to protect your own peace and ensure that if any reconciliation happens, it's on healthy, stable terms, not just a temporary fix for her loneliness. By handling the Epiphany Phase correctly, you demonstrate self-respect and emotional strength. Whether she comes back or not, you win because you've prioritized your own healing and growth above all else. You've broken the cycle of emotional dependency. Remember, true healing happens when your happiness is no longer tied to someone else's actions or validation. You've got this. Stay strong, focus on your path, and don't let a simple text message undo all the incredible progress you've made. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe for more content on navigating relationships and personal growth. See you in the next one.